Well, good morning YouTube, Lofty's here. I've popped down to BMW Motor at Penryn, Falmouth. Pick a bike up, brand new bike. This is a 2024 model. These are available now. It is the R12. The R12, yeah, the Cruiser, the little Cruiser based on the R1290. If you're interested in seeing Lofty ride the R12, you stick around. I'll see you in a minute. Well, here we are. I've got the helmet on. We're going to go test riding. What do you think? No, not that. That. Come on, tell me what you think. The R12, the Cruiser, the little Cruiser, the baby Cruiser. Let's give it a bit of razz and see what it looks like and see how it goes. Okay, YouTube, here we are. The little Cruiser, the baby Cruiser. We've got the Digi-Dash. That's an extra. We've also got the phone mount, that's an extra. In fact, we've got the SOS, heated grips and the cruise control. There, this is the posh one. It's going to cost a bit more money, this one. Anyway. Well, it's just started to rain here in Falmouth. First time I've actually done a review in the rain for a while, but bad luck. Anyway, so what have we got exactly? This is the 2024 R12. It's a Cruiser. It's based on the R1290 engine, which was based on the original R90, which was based on the GS engine from around 2008. It's been refined. Okay, feels like we've got the shift assist on it. Yeah, we have. How good's that? So I've come this way because basically I don't think this is the sort of bike that'll be on the back roads. I think it'll be on the main roads. So I'm going to take it up the Agile and give it a bit of a look round for you. First thing you notice is the seat is extremely low. I mean proper low, really low. Hence, when you put your feet down to come to a stop, you tend to bash your shins into the cylinder heads. But to be fair, it's not uncomfortable. I can feel like I'm very cupped in the seat, and it's a very firm seat. Anyway, we'll get up the Agile, we'll have a look at it. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so here you have it, the R12. First thing you notice is it's tiny. I mean, proper tiny. This is probably as low a seat as you can get. Let's show you. Here we go. Well, there you are. There's Lofty standing astride it. 6'5", 16 stone. It's tiny. So, sinking into the seat. It's a single type seat. It feels like it's very cupped. It's typical Cruiser-esque, handlebars Cruiser-esque, everything about it, but it's very, very tiny, diminutive. So I'll put my foot on the pegs. There's no cutouts in the tank. It's just your typical standard pair drop tank, if you like. It's not bad, is it? You know, if you were sort of 5'3" to 5'8", 9, I think you'd find this absolutely perfect. I mean, perfect. At 6'5", I find it a little bit cramped. I wouldn't want to go a long way on it, but surprisingly, it's more comfortable than I thought. Okay, let's have a quick walk around. Little stubby front mudguard, twin discs, lots of detailing, USB port, very Cruiser-esque on the rear end. Similar type of rear fender to the one on the R18. I'm not a big fan of the looks, to be fair. Coming round, it's fairly tidy on the back end. Nice twin pipe setup. We'll have a listen to that in a sec. So is that gear lever, it's huge. I think that's why it's so comfortable. I find this easier to ride than the R18, how strange is that? So we've got standard BMW generic mirrors. Coming in, span adjustable front brake, power button, mode button, start stop, SOS. Coming across, we've got the posh dash, we've got the keyhole there, which is for the steering lock, nothing to do with the ignition. Strange. Also, you need to use the key for the petrol tank. So no, it is keyless, but that's only the engine. Coming across the other side, we've got the same mirror setup. Span adjustable clutch, quite light. We've got the whiz wheel, cruise control, heated grips, hazard warning, info buttons, whatever, and we got the indicators. And the horn, of course. It ain't too bad, is it? Not too bad, that horn. So we'll fire it into life, see what you think. Just a simple push on the button. There we go. BMW, make life a ride. Dead simple. It's just got a horizontal tacho. It's got a small digi speedometer. There's your quite a big gear indicator. We're flashing at the moment. So we're in roll. We just press the mode button. Roll or rock. Rock. Roll. Very, very, very easy. Shall we have a listen? Right, it's fairly warm. I've done a few miles on it. It's quiet, isn't it? That's one of the quietest air oil cooled boxes I've heard. Listen. You still get the torque. Can you see the engine going over? Here's the pea shooters at the back. Okay, for the specs. This is your 15 grand's worth. This is pretty much top of the range. There's a slightly different colour that's a bit more expensive, but this is your 15 grand touch. So 2024 BMW R12. Now the R12, R18 designated a cruiser. The R912 or the R1290, they designate that a road bike. There's going to be more variations on the road bike coming out. It is the 1170 4-valve double overhead cam air oil cooled boxer. Twin, of course. Been around a long time, like I said. This is based on the 2008 engine. They've refined it and refined it and refined it. It's quite smooth. Gearbox is a little clunky. Take up on the shaft's a little clunky, but in general it's good. So we got 94 brake horsepower. They've detuned this. It's been set up more for grunt and mid-range. So detuned to 94 brake at 6,500. 81.1 foot-pound at 6,000 revs, and it's a 6-speed shaft drive. The petrol tank is a 14 litre, giving you around 170 miles to empty. We've got this extremely low seat, 754 mil low seat, very low. The whole shebang comes in at 227 kilograms wet. If you look straight in front of me, there's the preload adjuster for the shock. They've made it a lot easier on the R12 than they did on the old 9Ts. They've even put a powerlet outlet just below the tank on the downpipes there. Can you see it? Let's move to the front. 45mm upside down forks, Marzocchi's. And we've got twin 310mm discs and badged Brembo 4-piston radial monoblocks. The tyre is a 100/90/19. It's a Battlax Bridgestone BT46. Let's have a look at the rear. So we've got the power lever with the direct link shock. It's quite difficult to see. It's right underneath there, but as I showed you where the preload adjuster was. So we've got a single 265mm disc with a 2-piston floating BMW badge caliper. 150/80/16 tyre on the rear. It's also a Bridgestone Battlax BT46. Keyless ride, except for the tank and the steering lock. It's got LEDs, it's got all this stuff on it. It'll hold, and this is the TE model, I think. So what's it going to cost you? They start at 12 grand for the black one with not a lot on. And they go up to about 15 and a bit. The 719 colour scheme adds 2.5 grand to the base model. So in general, it's not a bad looking tool. It'll do exactly what it says on the tin. So I'm going to get my helmet on. Let's give it a bit of thrash, see what it's like. See you in a minute. Okay, YouTube, it seems to have stopped raining slightly. So what exactly have we got? As I said on the walk around, this is the R12. The R12, it's a cruiser style bike. I'm not exactly sure where BMW are going with this bike, because whenever you look at any of the press blurb or any of the photographs, the BMW photographs, all the shots, for some reason 9 out of 10 pictures are showing ladies, girls. I'm not sure if they are marketing this as a girl bike. I don't know. It's just my personal opinion after reading all the press blurb, looking at all the photos. Every time you see one, there's a nice young girl dressed up nice and trendy with boots and jeans and a leather jacket. Look fabulous. I can see it's appealing to lady bikers because the seats are low and it's a nice, small, compact offering. I don't think it's going to be a back range scratcher. That's why they've lowered the power. I think this bike is for cruising around on Sunday afternoon blast to a bike meet or whatever, or a Tuesday night bike meet, and I think that's what it's for. It's quite new. It is running. This one's come. I'll shut the visor. This bike's come down from Plymouth because somebody requested it to ride it. So we've got it at Falmouth, and Dave rung me up to come and have a go. So I'm having a go. Initially, when I saw the press blurb, I liked the look of the R1290, and I didn't really like the look of the R12. But I've got to say, now I've seen it and I've sat on it, it rides nice. It's a nice bike. It looks good. The general fit and finish is good. And like I say, it's a nice bike, and it will definitely suit the shorter rider. As I say, with a 794 seat height, it's going to be absolutely ideal for the shorter rider. Perfect, in fact. I'll just get past this car. So when you twist it, it's got a bit of go. Just drop it back again. So here we are, third gear, 40. It's not bad, is it? It's fairly grunty. It's not going to set the world on fire, but I've got a nice little road down here where I can give it a bit of a brake test. There we go. The fronts are lovely. These monoblock stoppers on the front, they're beautiful. They are really, really nice. They grip the discs well. Okay, let's do a brake test. Let's get it up to 40. Roads are still a bit wet. Here we are, third gear, 40. Back brake. Well, I've got to say, for a cruiser, that back brake's poor. Let's do it again just to make sure. Either that's very green or it's not very good. I'll let you decide when you ride it. So we'll get back up to 40 again. Third gear, 40 mile an hour. Nothing about front brake. Fabulous. Now I've got to say that front brake is fabulous. We'll carry on, front and back, here we go. Okay, so front and back combined, the braking's good. Good braking. Okay, so we're in the 30 and I've set it at 20 mile an hour. Second gear, 20 mile an hour. Now that's nice. It's not hunting, it's not lurching, it's not slapping between the two gears. That's really, really good. So we'll just squeeze it up a little bit. Set it at 30. That's good. That's nice. I'll just drop it into third and resume. Yeah, I've got to say the cruise control's lovely. Right, we'll test that quick shifter out, shall we? We're just going into a national. So I'll auto blip down into third. There we go. From third to second. Oh yeah, that's quite smooth, isn't it? Auto blip. Nice. I'll test it on the main road as well. Let's get out on the main road. See what it's like on the main road. Okay, so here we are on the main road. Just give that quick shifter a bit of stick. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Very smooth. Even first to second weren't too bad there. So we're in fifth. Let's blip it one. Blip it one. Blip it two. Yeah, that's good. Get an overtaking. up to 60. Get back in nice and safe. So that's settled down to about 3,200 revs at 60 mile an hour. It's not bad, is it really? Throttle's nice and sensitive. It's not. There's no lurch, no lag. When it roll, to be fair, I don't think it needs anything else. Rolls perfectly good enough. Here we're going up the hill. Let's just squeeze it a bit. Up to 60. Put the cruise on. Yeah, that's pretty effective. I do think that BMW have got one of the best cruise controls. I mean, literally the best cruise controls. And the fact that it goes down to 20 mile an hour is wonderful. As you know, these 20 mile an hour zones are proliferating everywhere. And it's a big help just to bang that cruise on, because like my Honda, I find riding at 20 virtually bloody impossible, whereas this is nice. I do think the bike's ace in the hole, you know. I know it sounds daft, having the foot pegs slightly further forward rather than beneath you or behind you, it gives you a really nice, comfortable sitting position. Now, I could ride this bike, I really could ride this bike, whereas the R12 90, more like a standard roadster, I felt was just a little bit cramped, and I would have needed a higher seat or lower pegs. But I like this. Steering's nimble, you know, not bad, is it? I don't know whether the looks are for everyone, I don't know whether the style's for everyone, but I suppose if you were coming from a Rebel or an Eliminator and you didn't want the 1100 Rebel, this is a good alternative. This is a good stepping stone from a Rebel or an Eliminator. Brings you up to a nice big bike, sub 90 brake. 90 brake's plenty for anybody on these roads today, and you got enough power to have fun. Yeah, this could be a good stepping stone from a small cruiser to a bigger cruiser. Personally, I'm not a fan of the R18. I find it clunky, unwieldy, ungainly. This is a much nicer bike. So there you go. If you are looking for something from your first big mid-size bike to go up to 1200cc, I wouldn't put you off this. I'd definitely try this out. I think the ergos are good. I think the styling's good. It looks nice. In general, I think BMW have got a bit of a winner here, and I never thought I'd say that when I saw the pictures. Good little bike. Good fun. Easy to ride. Everything works. I hope you like what you've seen. As I say, at 6'5", at 16 stone, this bike's probably a little bit small for me. I dread to think what I look like riding it, but to be fair, I really, really enjoyed riding it. Why don't you click on the like or subscribe? Ring the little bell. Ask me a question. You know I'm only too pleased to interact with you and answer your questions. I'd like more ladies to watch the channel, but I don't know whether it's my age or whatever. I don't tend to attract many lady viewers. It's quite funny because TMF and Richie Vida and them, they've all commented that their percentage of female riders watching the channel are very low. I don't know. I do ride small bikes. I enjoy riding small bikes. So if you are looking for a small bike or a step up to a mid bike or a big bike, check out my channel. I've got all sorts on there. Anyway, this is the Lofty Biker saying ta-da for now. Ta-da.